Captain's log, Stardate 54802.7. We have interrogated the rescued Klingons and learned that several other fellow scientists left the Locktrawl station yesterday. These Klingons were planning to rendezvous with a Federation starship, the USS Lake Gulf. According to the salvage medical records, these researchers had a highly volatile biological agent in their possession. I have relayed this information to Starfleet. Admiral Nolatai immediately ordered the incursion to pursue the researchers and find the Lake Gulf. Our ship's sensors have been tracking an ion stream left behind by the Klingon researchers' shuttle. We expect to locate the Lake Gulf in a few hours. Captain's log, supplemental. After adjusting ship sensors to detect the ion trail of the USS Lake Gulf, we have discovered the starship adrift in the Omical sector. Despite significant damage to its hull, shields are still functioning, preventing us from beaming a team over. Engineer Slovak has already prepared a shuttle that can penetrate the shield harmonic and board the Lake Gulf. We do not yet know if the escaped Klingon scientists or their mysterious biological agent had anything to do with the attack on the Lake Gulf. I am confident that my away team will soon learn what happened.
So yes, this is mission number 2 for Star Trek Away Team. Mission 2 for Star Trek Away Team. So this is your Let's Player, Malcolm Waman, and that was our objective, was to infiltrate the ship. Of course, this being a Federation ship, we can't kill anyone. They're all evil. They're shooting at us. We can't kill them. So that'll be part of our criteria, not to kill any Federation officer, Federation member, Starfleet. So we'll go ahead and we'll start that.
Select your entire team now.
Hello everyone, this is again your Let's Player Malachi D. Wildman with Star Trek Away Team. I wasn't very clear on the first mission. It wasn't very clear about explaining what the different aspects of the team were, or what you can select for the team. But I'll do that. This one you can select your team members, so it's going to be a lot easier to do so. Right now I have command officers right now listed. This is command, engineering, medical, science, and of course security officers. And they get basically it breaks down to whether you use explosives or sniper rifle, or somewhere in between. And they give different positions as far as your stamina, strength, and speed. I'm using engineering because they're probably the most ones you're going to be carrying on most, if not all, missions. You probably have a security officer. Medical is kind of optional. If you are really good and you don't get hit, and you don't use neural, like she uses neural inhibitors, which are like basically they're equivalent to poison is what they are. You know, give someone a secret poison shot, they don't get hurt. You know, you're not making a noise when you use it, and it's up close and personal. But you don't really need them. There's a person on the science team which makes them obsolete if, again, you don't get hit, shot, and you don't use them. You use neuralizers. She has a device, I'm going to show you, which is called an extractor, and it basically, anywhere you have foliage that has certain properties to it, you can scan with the tricorder. You can find out if it has some kind of ability to heal or use as a neuralizer, and she becomes, by default, a medical officer. Now, a medical officer, because she gets both neuralizers and she gets neural disruptors, and she gets hyposprays. So you may never be use medical at all. I think some missions you're required to bring them along. They're mandatory. These two positions right here are mandatory away team members that are automatically assigned. You can't control them. But the other two positions, you have to assign a team member to. You always get 4 team. It's always a 4-man team, and you get to assign 4-man or less, and you get to assign other team members. One of the things that you have to, in order to perform the mission, you have to have certain aspects appear. For example, you'll see engineering team tech kit, so you can see that, and you can see which team member is actually one already assigned to the team member. You'll see him on the mission, and you'll get another position you have to fill, which will tell you who can do that. Obviously, it's a science computer systems, so anyone with a computer kit like this one. So you can choose any one of these positions to fill that. And then you'll get 2 other optional positions right here, the medical tricorder and the hypospray. Hypospray being carried by medical and by a former, she was a former medical officer, now she's a man officer. She has the hypospray. She carries that. She does not, however, carry the medical tricorder. So, you have to choose. Again, this one mandatory, these are options, but these are related to a secondary bonus goal, so I'll choose one of them as well. Speed. Let's see who's got the best speed. He's got the best speed. Stamina's kind of low. She's fastest. But she gets the least amount of hyposprays. She's the least quick, but she has stronger hyposprays. He's pretty balanced. It doesn't really matter. I'll bring him along because he's fast. Now for the medical, science. I'm gonna choose Wes Pulaski. Yes, a reference to a Star Trek Next Generation reference. Some of you will recognize that. Pulaski being the Doctor on Enterprise, of course, in Season 2. And he is related to her. I think he's her nephew. So I'll have to check the manual again, but I think that's what I remember. So I'm gonna put him on there because he has this little device right here, the audio decoy. Very useful device. You can basically distract all people walking or running around there we go. This is basically a description of it. You can go ahead and read on your own. Pause it to read it. So that little device right there, very useful. And then of course it's the other device we're using on the mission. But we'll go ahead and get started. We've got our team members.
Despite internal damage to the ship, sensors are detecting numerous life forms on several decks. Begin your investigation by proceeding to the turbolift. From our scans, we have determined that Captain Jirai and the Klingon scientists are currently on the security deck. It is logical to assume that Captain Jirai will be able to explain why the Late Gulf is disabled. Go to the security brig and discern what happened to the Late Gulf.
Oh, and as a little trivia question related to another Star Trek game, what is the model designation of the Late Gulf? What model designation of the Late Gulf? If you played another game, Star Trek game, Armada, some of you have played Armada, you know what I'm talking about. The Late Gulf, I'll probably tell at the I'll give that as a little end thing. I'll leave in the description. What is the design classification of the Late Gulf? What kind of class starship USS starship is it? What classification? You know, Galaxy class, Constellation class, Constitution class, etc. What destination is Lake Gulf? So, but we're gonna have our people go here rather leisurely, and I'm gonna put their. I'm gonna do it right now. Set their. There we go. Set it to stun. Because one of the objectives, of course, is... Get out of that. One of the objectives, of course, is to... what happens to Lake Gulf primary objective? You'll find out in the other one. There's going to be another objective on there, too. And that's part of one of the reasons why I picked... this one right here is one of the reasons why I had to pick a medical officer to put on the crew. You'll find out later how that relates to. And there he goes. And he's gonna fire. And he's gonna fire on us.
I need assistance.
That was a Federation crew member. Why should they be attacking us? Tame, set your weapons to stun.
Yep, again, I'm way ahead of you, Captain.
To access the turbolift, move your cursor over the turbo.
Yes. Gonna move it over here. Now.
Of course.
And see,